So time seems so short, which is why I am going to do as fast as I can. So first of all, overall direction is bullish, as again there is nothing to add in that. Daily is bullish. You can see that it has been reacting from this order block, and yep, nothing else to say on that. And if I take a look at the H4, same thing in there as well. We are pretty much bullish. In terms of target, I would like to say maybe this one, and since we have tapped into this one, then I would like to say this one. Yeah, seems pretty good. Now let's go to H1 and let's take a look at the H1. What do we have? We have a zone which is far away from the current price, and that is this order block. There we go, we have this H1 order block. After that, if I take a look at the M15, now M15 looks different. We do have a favorable gap, not the perfect one, and then an order block. And yeah, let's see how this one turn out after 2 minutes. Overall bias is bullish and target is there, and yeah, let's see. And on the side note, I have my first TP of today in EU, which is this one. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so made the mistake here. There wasn't enough of a risk to reward yet. I have taken it, and now I'm also out from there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It was a very quick one. Got profit in EU and gave back the profit in NQ. That's how it went today. And yeah, nothing else to say. Right, so here we go once again, another day. So I mean, it just end of the day. Sorry. So today has been a mix of good thing and bad thing. And good thing is this one. You can see pretty clearly on the screen that I took this trade, and it was pretty obvious that daily was bearish. We had this order block in H1, sweep of the high, market structure shift, price retest, execute on there. Execution wasn't good, but it still SL placement was good. First of all, starting with this new week, my overall plan was to only trade in US 100 aka Nasdaq. I wasn't planning to taking any trade on EU, but still the conditions were good, which is why I have taken this one. And yeah, I were regretting while price were here. First of all, I have taken like less than a 0.5% risk on this one. So price were moving. When price were here, I were already blaming myself because for another time I am nearly losing another prop firm challenge. So when price were in this area, I were blaming myself, and then it just suddenly moved there. So surprisingly, it hit TP first of all, and that was a good thing. In a way, I were feeling good because of TP, but in other sense, I was like, oh, I should have risked more. I wasn't thinking like that in this way, in here, but in this way. Okay, so I mean you can see in here that it is like 9:15 is Eastern Standard Time. That means after 15 minutes I am going to have my NQ timing as I have planned for this week. So we went to NQ. Everything was bullish. First of all, it was around here. H1 was bullish, daily was bullish, H4 was bullish, everything was bullish, and I had the target, and the target is like, yeah, this is the target we had for today. I mean, I had for today is the target. My teacher tend to say that don't try to call the external level. So yeah, I think my target, in that sense, my target would have been much less than that. So market open, we got a manipulation bearish. I mean, you can see clearly this was the last target. we had the manipulation here, and then the next candle, 5-minute engulfing is the candle I look for execute, and I got that 5-minute engulfing. And you can clearly see on this one that from that engulfing, the targeting area doesn't have enough of a risk to reward. I knew that, but still I took it. And I mean, as a business decision, it is not a good decision at the time. If you look at these, whatever the risk to reward thing, my SL, I was squeezing my SL at the time till here. I mean, for the risk point of view, my SL should have been in this area, but still, since there wasn't enough of a risk to reward, which is why I was squeezing it. And the next thing is, since I have like 1.5% left on the risk from losing this one, that usually mean I can't risk 1%. I have to risk less than 1%, but still, in this trade, in a rush, I end up taking nearly 1% risk. And yeah, next candle, the candle I execute, that candle also hit my SL, and then it went there. But anyways, it is the another story of another day. So the problem was there wasn't enough of a risk to reward. And then, first of all, first thing of the day is I got the win in EU. That was a good thing. And then I got the boost, you can say confidence. Got this one without having a good risk to reward and also increasing risk. And after that, what do I have is in EU, and this one is pretty interesting. And that is, for several time I've been watching a type of setup that has occurred in this one. You can see price has shifted structure, and after that it is quite aggressively we are just bearish, and in a bearish trend usually we just move like this, and that's what price has been doing today. That usually means we do have a good opportunity toward bearishness toward this low, or let's say this low as well. In that sense, this is the liquidity point. This is the order block which made happen this liquidity. I don't know. Okay, so this is the order block which made happen for price to take this liquidity. That means when this order block got broken below, we are going to have a retest and then continue. I knew that. I was thinking about executing in this leg when price were in this area, and I was thinking about putting my SL below here and thinking about executing in this area. But again, I was like, okay, right now it is like out of my time window. Should I really take the risk or not? Am I being I might be not disciplined if I take the entry. Notice there that in NQ there wasn't enough of risks to reward, and I wasn't even following my risk management in there. At the time, I didn't even think about the discipline. And when it comes to the actual logical decision, logical position and setup, I was thinking about discipline. So anyways, price really react from that order block. I was thinking about executing on there, but didn't execute. And then what happened is price create this order block, this engulfing candle. That obviously it is pretty clean for price to move from there. Still, I was second guessing at the time that whether should I execute or not. And at the end of the day, I was like, okay, one win and one loss. It was it wasn't too much for me, because at the end of the day I am still $5 in profit. But the thing that I am nearly about to lose this challenge, which is why I was like, okay, let it go and we'll see tomorrow. that's how it went. Yeah, end of the day reflection. What can I say? That's the whole thing, how it went. Really, I mean, yes, I am feeling good about this one, but I knew about this one that this is going to be something, I mean, like a good position while looking in H1 and daily, but still I haven't taken it. I mean, my mentor used to say, I mean, Kimmel used to say that it was something like, if you plan if you plan a setup, or let's say today, if you plan to take a shot, if you see something like this, and if you see that happen but still you don't take that setup out of fear of loss or whatever, if that setup wouldn't been a loss, it is a much more loss if you don't take that, because in that way it just, I'm not trusting my own analysis. That's how it is going right now. And the reason being, maybe I'm watching too much of YouTube, or maybe watching I'm too much of watching other traders, the way they think, the way, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. But anyways, the thing is, in 1 year's time, or let's say in 5 years time, this thing will change, and these will be all good days. I mean, it always been like this, that the thing you want to achieve, when you are trying to achieve it, those are the time you really feel bad, or I mean, you really feel something. And when you really achieve those things, it doesn't really feel the way you think it would feel. I mean, the time you're watching this, maybe you have whatever you wanted, good setup, iPhone, good camera, or maybe you are traveling to other world, other country. Anyways, whatever it is, let's have some tasty. I mean, I know I shouldn't be. I mean, you see, I'm not disciplined right now when it comes to my health. I mean, I shouldn't be eating something before going to sleep. I mean, it's 10:30 p.m. I'm going to sleep right now, and tomorrow also I will be going for passport. I had the application for a long time, and yeah, I'm really thinking about going tomorrow, for which I need to wake up so early. I used to wake up so early, but not anymore. I don't know what changed. And also I'm thinking about going for a run, for which I would need a good trouser, soft trouser, so that I can move freely. That's the Punjabi I will be wearing tomorrow. And yeah, life is good. Everything is going well, except my discipline in trading and in life. Otherwise, yeah, everything is going well. See, I mean, I don't really feel good about this one. And another thing I wanted to say, and that is, I am really, when it comes to outside of chart, I am really a big visionary. Not a big visionary, but I do think in long term. But when it comes to inside of chart, let's say my time zone, in this time I only think about one specific result, whether wins or loss. If it wins, I will feel good. If it lost, I feel like, oh my god, my whole career has been destroyed, and I'm a bad trader. That's what I think when it comes to individual trade, particular trade. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Ooh. I mean, this one smell like milk. So anyways, that's the wrap up for tonight. Mm. Alright, see ya.